Alex being with LowKick MMA. I'm here with Chandler Cole, who returns to action August 29th, week 4 of the NY's Contender Series. Chandler, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm very happy to be talking with you, dude. You're about two-ish weeks out. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, dude. Feeling dangerous. That's the most important part. This is the one time I can say this camp has went perfect. This is the first time I worked with a nutritionist. My cardio, my strength, my technique. I just feel very good, which is good because my opponent's really good. So I'm glad everything's falling into place.
Awesome. Before we get to your opponent, I want to ask you, dude. So after your stint on the Ultimate Fighter, you go back on the regional scene. You get two knockout wins. Were you surprised you didn't go straight into the UFC, especially because regional heavyweights are very hard to come by, and you're already kind of connected with the UFC?
Yeah, I mean, I was. Because I let so many people feed into me, telling me like, hey, there's no way they don't call you up. They know you was hurt and they know like how you performed and you had the highlight of the season and stuff like that. So I kind of bought into all that thinking I was gonna get picked up. But nothing's gave in this world, and I'm a firm believer of that, and I'm a testimony to that. That's been my whole entire life, just having to work for what I do have. And uh I shouldn't have got in over my head and thought that's how that was gonna work. But I'm not ever, too good to fight locally. My fans are the best fans in the world. So, if things don't work out ever in any way, shape, form, or fashion, as long as I can still fight, I'm a fight. I don't care if I got to come back to the regional scene. I'm gonna fight because fighting is like helped me and saved my life. So it did bum me out that I didn't get signed, but at the same time, it's just part of the journey. It's not about when you get there; it's about how you get there. So I'm going to be in the UFC regardless one day. So this is my way in, and I hate that tough didn't work out. I hate that I didn't get it. I wasn't the tough 30 champ, uh, but it is what it is. Like this is exactly how my story is supposed to be wrote. So
So it's kind of like you're in their mindset where like nothing's given to you. You want to earn this. You want to earn it.
well, I mean, if they would have offered me a contract, I wouldn't have said no.
Right,
but
right, right, right,
but
right.
but no, I just got in over my head, because after the show, I had a lot of social issues, because I was getting a lot of attention. I didn't know who was real, who was fake. So many people that never talked to me was talking to me,
Yep.
and I've always been the real social butterfly, talk to everybody. But then I kind of got like a sickening feeling because it was like all the time. And after the show, after my episode aired, all that stopped, all that ended, and I was like, "Oh God, like what do I do now?" Like, I've based my identity off this for 5 months, 5 6 months, and now it's like it's nothing. So, and then they sent us an email, told us, best wishes. We're not going to sign you. Uh, we looking forward to your career from here, and that really like bummed me out because I really thought I was going to get signed, and I just sat back and told myself, like, like you're such a dummy. Like you shouldn't even thought that. You should have instantly said, okay, let's get to work. Let's figure out how we're gonna get back there. And that's what I did. As soon as I got that, I kind of got my head together, and that was probably about a year and some ago. Uh, I just got right back to work. I had two MMA fights. I had a professional kickboxing match. So I've tried to be as active as I can. If I didn't get this call, I was gonna fight in June. So uh, I just like fighting, dude. I've already fought twice this year. So that would have been three. This would have been four. And then I'd try to fight 10 times if I can. I just love fighting.
After you knocked out Victor Jones, did you have a feeling that the UFC might be calling for the Contender Series?
I figured that out of all the heavyweights in the country, that I was probably one of the ones that they were looking at. I mean, they know who I am. They know what I bring to the table. They know that I'm exciting. Looking like a whale but moving like a shark. Everybody loves Fitness Chandler. So they how could you not put me how's the UFC not gonna put me on TV? I mean, I feel like I'm TV gold.
I mean,
Humbly, humbly. I feel like I'm super funny. If fighting don't work out, I'm gonna become a comedian because I think I'm hilarious. But yeah, just this is my opportunity, my way back. So I'm just excited, man. Excited for the opportunity. The regional scene's fun. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the same. I love my fans, but I would much rather my fans have to watch on ESPN. I have to fly to Vegas because I feel like it's more special that way. You know, it's more special to have to see someone that you grew up with or someone that you see on a day-to-day basis. I think it's a very special moment to see them fighting on ESPN. Because where I'm from, that don't happen. We don't have any other professional fighters fighting on ESPN around here. Within 100-mile radius, easy, and it's like I'm him. But I want to start something. This is where I think I'm. There's not a close second right now, but this next wave of fighters that we're working with, I want them to do way better than I ever thought about doing. So if I got to be the start of all this, that's what I'm aiming for.
Yeah, I mean, and like bro, you've been fighting for a long time, man, right? 'Cause some of these guys on Contender Series had their pro debut like in 2021. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been at this for a long time. So just like, how does it feel that you're finally, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got recognized on Tough. You had the highlight of the season, but like, how does it feel to like finally have your shot to get that coveted UFC contract after fucking being at this and grinding and all the ups and downs, and like, how's it feel?
It feels great. Definitely something it has been a long time, dude. It's crazy. I just now hit my 10-year anniversary of my first fight ever. And I've been pro since 2016. And just, you know, there's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs. It's been a very love-hate relationship with me and MMA. But at the end of the day, it's always been there for me. I've had people leave. I've had people die. I've had people, betray me. And the one thing that I can say is, no matter what, like, this sport's never done that to me. So I owe everything to what this sport's gave me. It's gave me an identity. It's gave me a platform to tell my story. It's gave me a platform to reach out to kids and let them know, like, hey, like, it's possible. Like, where I'm from, man, my town has 1,950 people. So it's like, a lot of kids feel like that the next step is like working at Walmart, or the next step is like working at like a call center. And it's like, the world is so much bigger than that. I've got to explore the world. I've got to do really cool things. So it's going to feel really good to, you asked, how's it feel to be right here about to earn my UFC contract? And it feels great because it's like, it's just another thing I'm going to add to that resume to show these kids and to show my community, like, this is possible. When I was 18, 19, 20 years old, these people were telling me that I was wasting my time. I need to get a real job. I didn't get a car until I was 25. I literally was walking back and forth to the gym. I, I didn't have all these things these other people have, but now I'm in a position where people are like, oh shit, like, this dude's like really doing it. And I am. And I'm just super thankful. And it does feel good. I'm right there. I'm right there. I'm knocking on the UFC's door, and they know who I am. And I just got to take advantage of the situation. And I'm prepared. I know I've worked hard. I've done everything right. And come August 29th, whoever doesn't know me, they're going to know me. They're going to know who I am.
Where were you when you got the phone call that you were going to be fighting on this season?
That's it's funny you asked that because no one's asked that, but it is a good story. I was sitting I have a studio at my house because I do a podcast, and I was sitting in my studio and I was talking to my friend, and we were downloading like videos because I own a production company, so we like take pictures, do videos and stuff like that. And I was sitting there talking to him. I said, dude, I don't care who I fight next. I was like, I've had it. I'm tired of not getting caught up. And I probably shouldn't talk about him, but honestly, I ain't gonna throw shade on him because it's crazy. But like, I think his name is like Braxton something. He got caught up to the UFC, bro. He was 0-1 and he fought 5 scrubs and got caught up to the UFC and then got popped for steroids. So like, I was so upset because I was like, dude, who is this guy to literally take a chance away from one of us? Like, there's so many fighters out there that like, this is what they live for. They're not cheating. They're not, doing all this stuff. It's like, dude, they really caught this piece of shit and got him on the show. And I was like, I was so mad. I called my promoter. I called my manager. I told him I was looking at these people. I was like, I'm gonna fight this dude. I don't care. This dude's 8-0. I'm gonna fight him. This dude's 9-0. I'm gonna fight him. Like, I've had it. Like, I want to fight these guys. And then my manager called me. I was sitting there ranting to my friend about how pissed off I was. and my manager called me, and I said, "Holy shit, this is my manager." And I looked at him. He goes, "It might be the call." And I answered it, and I put on speakerphone. He was like, "Hey, buddy." He was like, "How do you feel about August 29th about Thomas Petersen?" And I said, "Say less. Send me the contract. Send me the contract now." And he sent it to me, bro. And that's all it was, because I don't care really who it is. I didn't even know who Thomas was, honestly. I'd seen his name, but I didn't know who he was. And the more I dug into it, the more excited I got. Fighting on the regional scene, you have a lot of people back out. You have a lot of people that don't want to lose on the regional scene. So it's like, it's hard to find fights. So some of these times, if you go look at my record, I've had to fight the school janitor a couple times because people just back out and I got to get last minute replacements. So sometimes, if I got to be, like I said, I love fighting. So if I got to be that dude that punts the school janitor across the gym, that's me. I don't care. I do not care. And that's me every day of the week. And that's what my training partners tell me too. They're like, "Dude, you're just that guy that loves fighting. I'm glad you're fighting, because I don't know what you would do without it. Like, I feel like you'd be violent." And I'm like, "No." Then I sit and think about it. I'm like, maybe. And then but no, so this gave me a little fear in my heart. Not fear like I'm scared, but fear like, yo, you better be ready. If you ain't ready, this can be a long night for you. So this has been that one that motivated me, got me to the point to where I knew I had to work hard. I knew I had to train. I knew I had to get a nutritionist. I knew I had to do all these things. And now all we got left is this fight. It's in a week and some change, but it's going down. And I'm excited to show people the best version of me.
And one last thing before we talk about Petersen. I'm glad you brought it up. Right, so your record is sprinkled with, like you said, janitors, maybe some 7-Eleven employees,
Some ice cream servers. Yeah.
But the thing about it, right? Like, obviously, you're a heavyweight, so it's hard to find opponents. And then if you get thrown these opponents that don't have the best record, it said, like, go treat them like what they are, and you go out there and knock these dudes out, right? So, like,
I take no time, bro. I take no time. I try to kill them. This sounds messed up. I have a tattoo on my hand, and it says KOBK. A lot of people think it's gang stuff. I'm from the country. I don't even know what a gang looks like, bro. And a lot of people are like, "Dude, what's your hand tattoos?" I'm like, "Man, shut up. It means kill or be killed." And I live off that. Like, I will live by the sword, die by the sword. And I am hardcore on that. And these people that I fight, man, I treat them as if, like, 'cause I look at myself as a world class fighter. If they sign that contract, to take food off my daughter's table. So I look at them as a world class fighter, which means when I go out there, whatever you get hit with, I'm gonna hit you with everything in the kitchen sink. I don't care. And that's just how I look at things. So it does suck that you got to fight those guys on the regional scene. But on the other token too, I've always said on the regional scene, it would. So you see these guys who are up and coming, right? Could you imagine me and Thomas Petersen fighting on a regional scene? It'd make no fucking sense. My bad. I shouldn't have cussed. But
it's true. It would never fucking happen.
It shouldn't happen. It's like, dude, and like, think about it. We'll probably get paid at max like $1,500. Like, dude, that's crazy to me. No, like, that's not what we need to get paid. Like, we need to be paid for what we're worth. That kind of fight should generate at least enough revenue to, like, pay us. And even 10 grand, 5 grand. I mean, that's a good amount, but that's really not a lot. It's not like in the fight world, like when you're talking about the guys who are making like $250,000, like, that's where I want to be. I'm thankful for it. I know that everyone has to start somewhere, but dude, I could not imagine doing this fight for $1,500. It just blows my mind. And it's like, and these people, these promotions, especially like LFA, like, they're piece of shits anyways. I don't like them. Yeah, they, when I fought for them, bro, I think I made like $450. Like, dude, like, y'all are one of the best regional shows on the market. Like, y'all should be paying fighters way more than what you do. And they may pay fighters more now, but I just don't like them because they threw shade on me. But that's like a fight that shouldn't happen on the regional scene. And, like, so it is also a business. You want to fight a test, but you're also trying to build your career on the regional scene. So it is one of those things. I had a really good fight lined up, my last fight, and I thought it was going to be tough. It was a good opponent. I feel like he thought he was a lot better than what he was. I think he was donkey crap. But he ended up pulling like 2 weeks before, like a week before the fight, man. So like that's how Victor Jones got brought about. And shout out to Victor. You know, he's just out here trying to fight, make a career, make a upset. And a lot of these fighters I fight, they're trying to upset me. So it just feels good now that I've had a full training camp for a legit fighter, because all these other guys I fought last minute, yeah, I mean, I took the Ante Dalia fight, PFL champion, on fucking 4 days. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason why. There's no reason. Like that fight, I was like, okay, he's super good. And then they told me what I was getting paid. I was like, okay, yeah, for sure. I've never seen that much money in my life, so I took it. And even so with that being said, I think that those fights have got me ready for this one for sure. And now this is the first time I've had a full training camp. I've never had a training camp against these guys. I've never had a training camp on the regional scenes where I was like, God almighty, this is going to be so hard. I hope you don't knock me out. Like never. This is the first time I've had fear in my heart, and I've got to train because I respect him. And I think that's what's going to set me apart in this training camp.
Awesome.
And I know that he has all these accolades. I know he's a national champion, JUCO national champion. It's like a little stepbrother to the real national champions. But he is tough. He'll walk forward. He throws punches. They're sloppy, but they're good punches. I mean, they're hard. And I know that I'm gonna be in a dogfight, and that's what I like. I like that. I like the fact that he's gonna walk forward, and when he hits me, I'm gonna hit him, and we're gonna see who hits harder. We're really going to see that. And I think that he's going to try to wrestle me, but I feel like my wrestling is going to be a lot better than what he thinks it is. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this plays out.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, it's a very fun fight. It's you, Thomas Petersen, and Greg Velasco, the Viking King. Those are the three best American heavyweights, American regional heavyweights right now. So, and two of them are fighting each other. So, on paper, it's fun. Both of you guys come forward. You're knockout artist. He's a knockout artist. I mean, do you feel like it's going to be this fight where whoever lands first, or do you think when he feels your power, he is going to shoot?
I'm a dog, bro. If he hits me first, I mean, I don't see me going to sleep. I might go to sleep. I don't, dude. I don't. I'm gonna be real. It's heavyweight, so But I'm a tough dude, and I just look at it like I think he's very durable as well. So I think honestly, it might be an exciting fight. I think, of course, I feel like I'm going to win, but heck, it might be a good fight. They may give him a contract too. After I win, they may give both of us contract. I promise. I know what my skill set is. I know that it's hard to train for someone like me, because you look at my pictures, you look at me, you see what I look like. And it's hard to take that serious. You have to be disciplined. When you fight me, you have to be disciplined. Because if you're motivated by who you're fighting, you ain't gonna get good workouts in. Because people underestimate me tremendously. I've never been that guy people look at and go, "Oh God, I don't want to fight him." Nah, all that is this mentality up here. Like that's how I fight good. It's like I'm fast. I know I'm strong. I'll move forward. I do things that I shouldn't be doing, like a spinning wheel kick. Like you're fighting a guy that has no limitations. There's no ceiling on my potential, and I understand that. And this is the fight where I get this contract, I win, I get in the UFC, I fight, I make a good amount of money to where I can do this full time. There's some people in the UFC heavyweight division that I will not go to 205 unless I fight them. One is Muhammad Usman, because he's a prick. There's some more, but I'm not gonna call them out because they're cool people. So hopefully the deals just get done. But yeah, I definitely want to fight Muhammad, and I'm gonna leave it at that because he knows why. And yeah, so that's the plan, man. Just make enough money to where I can do this full time. I'm tired of everybody's like, oh, man, you should cut 205. You live my lifestyle, dude. I gotta do this. It's hard, man. Like this training camp, I've had good sponsors that's really helped me, like be on weight and stuff like that. But it's gonna be a life change to get 205, man. You have to take like my leg off. So, but that's the goal, though. That's the goal. I want to eventually cut 205. I think that's where I become a title contender. I really do. I've spoken everything that has happened into existence. I've manifested all this, and I really think at 205, 85, that's where I start to become a contender.
Chandler
And
Cole at
hit
205. God damn, that's scary, bro.
well, hopefully, Daddy Dana, I get like a fight of the night or something, and then like I get to I can literally live. I can just fight and train. Right now, I don't get to do that. I have to work, man. Like I DJ. If I told you all my jobs, it's crazy. I DJ weddings, I DJ birthday parties, I DJ at the bar, I DJ bar mitzvahs, anything you need, bro, I DJ. And then on top of that, I also I move inflatables, I substitute teach, I own a production company, I do videography, video photography. Like I do all these things to make ends meet. And it's like, dude, I'm ready just to I would still do the photography thing because I just like it, but I want to train full time. I want that to be my number one objective, this is how I do that. I win this fight, I get in the UFC. I want to turn around and fight as soon as possible because I really want one of them UFC 30 gloves, and then I changed my life. I changed my life. I changed the way that I look at this. I train full time, and everything changes. Everything changes with this fight. So, and it's just like I told him back in 2018, man, I was on the Ultimate Fighter and I went and tried out for the Ultimate Fighter and we were talking and they said, if you don't get on tough, it was like tough 27, 28, something like that. They said, if you don't get on tough, how do you get in the UFC? And I looked at them and I said, well, I promise you this, y'all mother are going to see me regardless. I'm going to be in the UFC regardless. I don't need this to be in the UFC. I want this. So then 2 years later or 2 seasons later, poof, on the Ultimate Fighter. And same thing. I didn't win, but y'all gonna see me regardless and say I win, but I don't get a contract. That's all right. Daddy Dana, we gonna be business partners eventually. So it's inevitable. I'm gonna be in the UFC regardless. So this is just one way. This is just another way.
I love it. I love it. All right.
And the world loves Chandler Cole. The world loves Chandler Cole.
At the end of the day, August 29th, week 4 of Dana White's Contender Series. How do you get your hand raised?
Third round TKO.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Well, man, Chandler, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. If you want to plug your social media, any sponsors you might have, and if you want to thank anybody, the floor is yours.
You can follow me at Chandler Cole MMA on all platforms. You can, and my YouTube channel, I want to say it's at Chandler Cole MMA, but if you look up Chandler Cole, you can subscribe. I got a podcast on there. It's pretty funny. We talk about some stupid shit, but yeah, it's fun. It's funny, and I enjoy it. And then, just all my sponsors. I know I'm gonna completely forget one and look like a prick, but off the top of my head, Rippers. They've been super good to me lately. Vanguard Sports and Nutrition, man, they've been a game changer. Just the way I feel, the way I look, the way I'm moving. They've really worked with my nutrition. They've been on call 24/7. And if you're an athlete out there looking for someone just to help guide your career, that's them, bro. I'm finding at the highest of levels. It's the best I've ever felt. So if you're a fighter out there and you need the help like that, reach out. Woodburger Bar and Grill, Loading Dock. Those people at the Loading Dock are like family. They literally do everything for me. Make sure I do not do without. Like if I gotta go DJ there, they let me. So I love them more than anything. They've been a blessing to me. Emily Thomas Realtor. Chris Davis at Second Chance Appliances. And I know I'm forgetting someone. I'm a dick. And the Cluck Truck. The Cluck Truck's been super a blessing too. They always have my back, and they and great food as well. You can tell my big fat ass getting all these food companies. So but thank to all of them. If I forgot someone, I apologize. But that's the ones that I'm thinking of right now, and they've been a blessing. They've made this camp possible.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.